What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. But before we dive in, I just want to say welcome to all the new people taking a look at my videos and wanting to be here. Now, guys, what we talk about here on my channel is going to be about mindset for the entrepreneur and the business people out there. Also, we're going to be talking about fitness tips, fitness nuances, dropping fitness reviews as well, new gadgets and products coming in. And we're gonna be talking a lot about social media and how to be able to utilize that with your online fitness business. So guys, if you please if you get value from this video, like, subscribe, please comment and share this with somebody that you know can use this. All right, guys, today we're gonna talk about being in control, all right? And why being in control is so important. Now, the word control itself, people will say, man, I don't like people to control me. That word is not a good word. Or, man, you know, if you're in a relationship, I don't want this person to be the one who controls the whole situation. Or if I'm working my boss is controlling. Guys, that's not what it is. That's not what we're talking about here. So take that way of thinking about control, throw it out the window. We're gonna talk about you being in control of your own life and why that is so important to understand, especially today in the world we live in, because there's so much going on. There's a lot of resources, there's a lot of changes, and if you're not in control of your life, you are gonna go down the wrong path and it's gonna be hard to climb out of that hole. So, number one thing, finding a way to be in control. You need to first understand who you are as a person, all right? You have to understand who you are as a person, because the way I am is gonna be completely different with the way you are, all right? And that's gonna be a huge indicator and a huge way to start the process of how to be able to be in control of your own life. So figure out who you are. Now, to understand who you are, you need to ask yourself some questions, okay? You know, who was I growing up? Like, what are the things I believe in? What are the things I value? What are my morals? You know, what do I like? What don't I like? Right? My hobbies, what do I do? What don't I like doing? You know, you gotta ask yourself all these questions so that way you can start seeing, okay, what am I in control of and what am I not in control of, all right? So then you can go down that checklist and be like, okay, I'm in control of this, I'm in control of this, I'm not too in control of that, I'm not in control of that, I'm not in control of that. But these things represent me, all right? So you gotta know what represents you first, right? Before you can even say I'm in control of my life. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, all right, number two, once you go through that checklist and you start checking off the boxes, okay, I'm in control of this, I'm not in control of that, write it out, all right, write it out, type it out, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever works best for you. And when you write or type it out, I want you to go in there and just pick one, ask yourself, which one can I start working on today? Not tomorrow, not the next day, today, all right? So let's say, for example, let's say you're not in control of your hobby, right? Meaning maybe you're not being consistent with it, right? You're just doing every once in a blue moon, but it's super important for you. It's part of what makes you who you are, makes you happy. It's your self-love and care. So make sure that you can pick that one first if that's the one that sticks out to you, right? There might be a few others, but grab one and I want you to start working on that one. Not the others, just one, like I said. The others will come, but you wanna make sure that you start working on that first one so that way you create a habit with it, right? You create a habit. So it usually takes about 60 to 90 days to create a concrete habit. So when you start working on that one and you start being consistent with it, that's when you're gonna start seeing the effect. And the reason why I say one is because one is enough for you to have what 100% control of. But if you start trying to control all of them at once, you're gonna lose control. You're gonna feel overwhelmed, you're gonna feel stressed, you're gonna have anxiety because you're gonna be like, holy crap, I can't take this. But with one, you can, all right? You're gonna be real with yourself. And that's why I want you to start with one. When you start with one, the others will come. So once you build that and it becomes a habit and it's now out of reaction because you do it so much, now you know that you're gonna do it and you just react to it. It's in your schedule regardless because you're so used to doing it after 90 days of creating the habit. Now move on to the next one, all right? So go into that checklist again, grab the next one that you're not in control of. But first check the other one off because you gain control. Then go into the next one and do the same thing over and over again, all right? Next thing you know it, whatever 2, 3 that are remaining, you can check them off, put control, check them off, put control, check them off, put control. Now when you look at that list, you're gonna ask yourself and you're gonna tell yourself, man, I'm in control now. I'm in control. Now, while you are checking off these other ones in control, it's your job not to slip up and not let other ones lose control. Because as you're gaining control, it's easy to lose control on the other ones, right? Because now you're putting energy into something else. So make sure you're still checking yourself and you're keeping control of your other ones that you've been doing so you don't lose control of those. All right, very, very important. How do you do that? Is by you need to schedule everything down. All right, you gotta open up your calendar, look at your phone, whatever, if you write it down in a journal, but you gotta make sure you schedule things out accordingly, okay? This goes back to one of the things I teach, all right, with my clients is you gotta start inputting what's most important for you and cutting the crap out that doesn't serve you, all right? If things don't serve you, it shouldn't be in your schedule, all right? That's gonna inhibit and take energy away from the things that you should be in control of that make you happy on a day-to-day, that make you who you are, all right? So cut the crap out, right? Either hand it off, automate it, or stop doing it completely. So you need to literally pick one of those threes when you're cutting crap out so you can free up more time, so you have more energy, so you have more enjoyment, so you're actually leading your life and having full control of it. So what's most important? Put all those things down from that checklist. What's most important for you to do, including your businesses, family, fun, all that stuff. Cut the crap. And then the last thing is you gotta respect your schedule. All right, if you don't respect your schedule won't respect you. So you need to make sure to respect your schedule every single day. So what does this mean, right? If we have the things we're controlling, right? And then we have the things that we need to work on to control that make us happy. When you start plugging those things in, this doesn't mean that if something comes up, you're gonna remove that thing now out of your schedule because you're like, oh, I gotta take that business client. But the only time I can do it is by taking off my hobby from today to plug that client in or to plug that prospect in. And I'm gonna tell you, don't do that. Because the moment you do that, you're gonna tamper with your happiness. You're gonna be stressed, you're gonna have anxiety, you're gonna go crazy, and later you're gonna be like, oh my God, I have no control. But I had to take this client, and because of the money, and because of this, and because of that, and this sucks. Life isn't fair, guys. Life is not fair, but you know what? In that situation, you chose that. You chose that. You didn't have to do that, right? You chose to do that. So what I'm telling you here is, if you respect your schedule, the way you plugged it in, you will be happier. You will be in more control, all right? Doesn't matter what it is. Now, I'm not saying that there's life opportunities that only come once in a while. That's different. I get it. But your day-to-day, you got to respect that. If you put it down, you respect it, because that's powerful, right? And what's more powerful than respecting your own word to yourself, right? More than anything out there. It starts with you. Because the way you are with you is going to reflect with everybody out there that you serve, your family, your friends, your clients. It's going to show up to them. So you got to start with you. Gain control of what's most important for you. When you can do that effectively and consistently and on a daily basis, man, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. So guys, when we're talking about control, remember, it's controlling your life, your opportunities, what's most important for you. And when you can start doing that over and over again, you're gonna be one of the happiest people out there doing what you do every single day with a ton of joy, ton of love, and you're gonna wanna put more of that out into the world and then teach others how to do it as well. Guys, if you got any value from this, I would appreciate it if you dropped a like, left a comment, shared this video, and most importantly, subscribe.